I screamed views, and welcome, now that you guys are awake, to another episode of For the Greater Sound Alchemist, and he is
Gersh1. I am going to edit this so that doesn't hurt our headphone users.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You are welcome in the future. This is a video series.
Sorry.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. You know it would suck if like you just scream throughout the entire.
Make you do more.
Yeah, I would just have to edit the whole thing. Anyways, this question comes from D406. He asks, "Can Plague Marines still remove their armor?" No. Not really.
No. When you give yourself to the god of pestilence, disease, rot, and decay, that's exactly what's going to happen to your body. Anything that is on you, be it clothing, gas masks, jeans, power armor, becomes all gooped up and part of you.
Yeah, Plague Marines are notorious for having like cracks and splinters and parts of their armor that are infused to their bodies, giving the sign or showing the signs that they don't remove their bodies. Think about the nastiest, most disgusting kid in your classroom when you were a kid. And I guarantee you he probably wore the same clothes. Same thing with Plague Marines. They don't take their power armor off.
Right.
They're the smelly kids.
Yeah. Think of the saying, you are what you eat, but in this case, you are what you've worn.
Yes.
And it's similar to like shaking a celebrity's hand, where you're like, oh, I'm never going to wash this hand again. But you're giving your whole body to Nurgle, the celebrity. So you're never going to wash that body again.
Yep. Touch my body.
I wonder what happens when like Nurgle followers fight underwater. Is it all like swampy?
Yeah, that's cool. Well, that's what the swamp thing is, right?
Yeah.
He's a Nurgling.
This is just hilarious. Elizabeth Fernandez caught my attention because that's a girl's name. She says, Power Ranger theme plays, Necrons, cha-cha real smooth.
Wait, what? I don't understand what that is.
Yeah.
Our Rod. Was Malkador stronger than Magnus? No. We said that in sync. Damn.
Yeah, where 98 degrees at.
Yeah, it's almost as if we've had a YouTube channel for the past 3 years and we do this every Sunday together or some shit.
4 times.
4 times.
Back to back.
Yeah.
You could almost say, like, Backstreet's back. All right.
I was going to say all right, but okay.
See, we're not in sync anymore.
Did you even have a question? Oh, yeah.
Is this camera on me?
So Malkador is just a human. Magnus was a genetically enhanced super primer.
Yeah. The whole, like, Magnus sat on the... Well, Magnus was supposed to sit on the throne for eternity. Or at least until a long-ass time. When Malkador sat on the throne, it drained him, aged him, and almost killed him. So you could... Already right there, it shows you, like, they're leagues apart.
Oh, yes. Next question comes from Belsius. Can you two combine? Sometimes.
Yeah. It's kind of like a Goku Vegeta thing. Like, if we combine, we'd be like the strongest guy ever, but we're too prideful for that.
And it depends on what order, too. It might be the Sound 1 or Gersh Alchemist. Gershchemist. Draw something of us. Never mind. Next question.
I had a good one right here. Where'd it go?
I have one from Random Name.
Go ahead.
Do the Death Watch chapters have scouts? No. Well.
No.
Well, Space
yes,
Wolves.
Yeah. Not scouts in the form of neophytes or like traditional Space Marine scouts, but yeah, what he said.
And also, because like with the Space Wolves chapter, scouts are actually the veterans.
Mm-hmm.
So Death Watch members usually tend to be veterans. So if a Space Wolf veteran goes into the Death Watch, he technically is a scout. So yeah. So yes, kind of. No, kind of.
I found the question. This one's by AMS. Which character do you hate the most and why? I assume from 40K.
Let's not say Caldo Drago because that's the easy one.
I don't. He's my second favorite. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just like the whole Jimmy Fallon thing.
Yeah.
He's my Jimmy Fallon. Watch the previous for the Greater Wall. You'll get the reference.
Yeah, but so who do you hate?
I really hate Marnius Augustus Calgar. For that guy to be a chapter master of the poster boys of 40K, the Ultramarines, he's lost way too much. He almost got killed by just a regular Swarm Lord. To me, he doesn't have enough personality. Like, Sicarius should have been the chapter master. Like, whenever I see the two, I'm like, Calgar, get him out of here. Put Sicarius there. I mean, he just got two big fists. Like, come on. And he became Primaris now. I don't like him.
It's gross.
He is.
I don't like Farsight.
Yeesh. That's my number one.
Yeah.
That's my day one. Day one.
No, that's a joke. There, Captain.
It's not fun. My heart.
Captain Badrock is really annoying for me in the Orc Codex. Is
he still?
Yeah, he's a freebooter captain. I think it's Badrux or something like that. But yeah, his lore is, and it's like he's a pirate, and it's just kind of like they could do more, and they don't. So he could die. I don't care.
Have you ever played him?
No, I have a unit of 10. What are they called? Gits? No, what are they called? Flash Gits. And I've never actually played them. So yeah. Next question.
This one is by AMS once again. Between the Minotaur Space Marines and the Carcharodon Space Marines, who would win in an all-out battle? Minotaurs versus Carcharodons.
Carcharodons.
Yeah.
Carcharodons are savages.
Mm-hmm.
They destroyed everybody in the Bad App War.
Yeah. As beastly as the Minotaurs are, they won't stand a chance.
Won't even stand a chance. Hashtag won't stand a chance. Next question comes from Francisco Viejo. Can you use black shields in gameplay, or is that just a lore? How can you use black shields in your Space Marine chapter? There is no black shield data
Rules,
thing. Yeah.
Data sheets.
How could you use it in your chapter? You could just make a unit of them.
Yeah. It'd have to be like homebrewed. Obviously play around with it.
Yeah, or not. You don't even have to play around with it. They could just be a regular Space Marine unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just different than the rest of your army, and then you just add lore. And if somebody asks, you give them the lore. Yeah, which I don't see very much in GW stores. I would really. It would be cool to go into a GW store and have like people actually tell you the background of their lore with their minis. But most of the time, it's not. It's not that way.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm playing Ultramarines. Why? Because they look cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Create a chapter. Create a successor chapter. Get it going.
Oscar, come on.
Oh, well, I'm trying. I'm just trying to do other stuff, too.
Oni. You might have to edit that. I think I said...
No, you're good.
Did I?
Yeah, you're good.
Oni.
What question does he have?
Could a Kattan be fused to the Emperor to bring him back? No. Next question.
Yeah.
No, Kattan, they don't do that. At least not that I'm aware of. Maybe another Kattan that we haven't heard of can do that. But no, Kattan are super weak against warp abilities and warp stuff. And the Emperor being all about warp would probably kill him. So, no.
Next question comes from Juan G.
What's the G stand for?
Not gonna say it. If Tzeentch is so smart, why doesn't he just get to the point? Personally, I think he's just he is just as crazy and delusional as his followers. Well, so the point of Tzeentch is that there won't be an of his like thing. Like, he is the god of change. He wants constant change. If you get to the point, then it ends, and he doesn't want that. So that's why Tzeentch doesn't get to the point.
Yeah, points are sharp.
They hurt.
Nuno Segura. Hey, thank you all. Due to you guys, I'm thinking about starting a Salamander army. I used to play Warhammer Fantasy. The thing is that in the lore, salamanders use flame and melta. So 40K is all about shooting now. So should I stick to the lore or should I go with something that I like?
We have a friend that plays salamanders, and he's actually thinking of selling some of his salamander stuff.
Which he's been doing that for like the past 5 years.
He has a big army though.
Yeah.
And they're like 30K stuff, so they look really nice. But he does really well with meltas and flamers.
Yeah. The thing about salamanders is you don't have to worry too much about shooting because they have their salamander trait, their chapter trait, that lets them re-roll a failed hit or wound, I believe. So that's really strong. It's like, I'm about to shoot you with this powerful melta. Oh, I missed. Oh, wait, I can re-roll that for free. So don't worry about what's the strength and what edition. Play the army that you want to play, because if you're actually invested into it, you love it, you're going to play that army longer and have more fun with it.
Yep, and dreadnoughts. Use dreadnoughts. Mm-hmm. He does, and they are very good.
Yeah, his armies are always very synergetic.
He's that guy in the group that plays to win.
Yeah, if you've watched our channel long enough, he's also the Necron player.
Yeah.
Which we always bring up when we're talking about like overpowered stuff. He's a power gamer. Power top to our power bottom.
I wouldn't say that, but yeah. Next question comes from Arad. Are there some 20th century weapons still in use in 40K? Nuclear weapons are still used in 40K. Pistols are still used in 40K. So yeah.
Gats?
Yeah, gats.
Next question is from Defool06. How many Kattan are there? Is there a pantheon such as the Elder Gods? Or are they simply super powerful ancient Xenos races? You've got the Burning One. You've got the Outsider. You've got the Void Dragon. The Deceiver. The Nightbringer. I feel like I'm missing a few.
There's like 5.
Yeah, Did you already name I already 5? Named, I think, more than 5.
Oh, then yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. And also in the Necron Codex, they give you the option to create your own.
Which, yeah, sounds badass.
Yeah, I've created 2 already.
Dang.
They're in my... Oh, it's not out yet. Well, it's out in the old Celestial Sun lore, but not in the new official lore. I'm getting to that.
Get it.
But yeah.
Next question, this will be the last question. It comes from Godforsaken Forever.
Whoa.
He asks, I want to start tabletop Warhammer 40K with my kids. An 11-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 7-year-old. Is it realistic, or would it be better to start with DoD, then move to 40K? What's DoD? Oh, Dungeons and Dragons?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay. Dungeons and Dragons and 40K are completely different games. You should do both of them.
I want to say 40K can be too involved, especially for like your 7-year-old, because you have a whole bunch of like numbers and models and a lot of things to kind of keep in mind.
Well, so I think when you're introducing a new player to 40K or D&D, the thing to keep in mind is that certain aspects of the game are going to be more appealing, and it's really up to you to kind of figure out what those are. I feel like if your kids end up being really into the moment type of situation, which they probably will, right? Most kids are. D&D will be better, because when you play D&D, it's about the moment. It's about interacting at that moment. Whereas 40K, it's about strategy and planning beforehand. Part of the fun is building, painting, everything that you do not on the tabletop. So it really depends on your kids, and really do both. You should just do both. Introduce both of them, and I bet you some kids or one of your kids is gonna like D&D more than 40K. The other one's gonna like 40K more than D&D. But at the end, they're gonna realize that they're 2 completely different games. Those are the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. Thank you for sending these questions our way. And yeah, that was a good one.
Sound Alchemist. I didn't scream.
Out.
always used to put my freedom first in any situation.